Hello, welcome to the Arsenal Agenda post-game show. Talking about the Man City versus Arsenal game. Finished 4-1. Jord, what's your thoughts?
I'm just so pissed off, to be honest with you, mate. I felt like we didn't even really try for that game. And we said before, earlier on today, that this was a cup final. And I don't think we played like it was a cup final. I think that's the league gone. Will you concede that that's the league gone now?
Well, I mean, the Premier League's a difficult run-in for any team, but Man City are experienced and know exactly what they're doing within it. So, yeah, I can obviously see them as the stronger and more likely team to win it now. I think we had to walk away with at least a point to have a fighting chance. Really, we've got to get lucky now. It requires City to slip up, and they've done it so many times.
Massively. They need to slip up massively. They got like two games potentially they could throw away.
Yeah, not only that, we're not looking like we're on good form. It doesn't look like we're obviously gonna get out of this. I mean, the only time I felt that we had any holding in the game was when we changed it up a little bit. I felt we were far too predictable. It was blatantly obvious what was going to come, and Pep completely changed his side.
You know
Not
exactly what we
completely
was going
changed
to
it,
do.
moved the formation around to completely cover us and knew exactly what we were going to do. And yeah, to be honest, it was a deserved win for City. Watching it all the way through, I didn't feel we had much of a holding in the game. So
No, we didn't really create any chances.
no,
Let's be honest. I think
couple of half
our one goal
chances.
come from the one man that me and you was debating whether or not he should even play today.
Yeah, well, I just felt we were far too predictable, and like I said, Pep completely arranged his formation around what they were going to do to do us, and yeah, 4-1 is.
I predicted a good line, didn't I, at the beginning of the morning, and
Well,
it happened.
as a fan, I was hoping for better, but yeah, obviously.
I expected the worst, but if I'm being honest, deep down, I was hoping for the best, and it just hasn't worked out, has it?
No.
So I think that's it now. I mean, the only thing we can take from this season really is we're back in the Champions League. You know, it's been a while since we've heard that Champions League music at the Emirates, so we'll take that. But it's going to be an important summer now. I think, Fred. I think tonight is proof that we're not good enough, to compete with the likes of a City.
Yeah.
And that's what we should be doing. So it's going to be a big summer. We can't fall out of the Champions League, as we found out last time we did. Like, look how long it's been. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's hard to get back in there. So we can't waste it. Now we're an attractive option. We got to go out and we got to build around the squad now.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? We got to build a bigger squad.
Yeah,
mate. I just disappointed all round in it, really.
Yeah,
But
I don't think.
I think big summer for Edu now. I think time to step up.
I think that's the only sort of positive we can take from today is that, yeah, like you said, we're guaranteed to be a Champions League team, and now we're going to have that added money to spend, and hopefully the club do it well.
It's not so much the money nowadays, though, is it? It's once you're not in it, you lose that attraction, like to bring players in of the quality that you need. I think that's where we suffered. Once we weren't in the Champions League, all of a sudden we weren't getting players that wanted to come to Arsenal, and once you're repeatedly not getting in the Champions League, you're even more unattractive. So I think we've got to build on it now and make sure we don't let it go again.
Yeah,
because that was one thing we always celebrated under Wenger, that we was always a Champions League team up until the end.
Yeah, but I'd like to still see the team put in some performances and win the games that are left this season. I want to finish as close as possible to City. I still want to, be nipping at their heels just in case they do slip up. And
can't see it.
I know. But like I said, I wanted to feel
they would have to collapse in the way that we've collapsed over the last 3 or 4 games.
Yeah, well, there's been exciting ends to the season, and without the pressure, there's no possibility to collapse. So all you can do now is from going to be the hunted to the hunter, you keep hunting and you keep getting 3 points. I don't want to see this team drop off at all.
I just think the way that City play total football.
Yeah, I'd like to see
Mikel. I can't see the collapse happening, mate. But yeah, like you say, a strong finish.
Yeah, and I'd like to see Mikel.
I'd like to see a strong finish, but I just think it's gone now.
Yeah, but and also,
to be honest, we got Chelsea next Tuesday night. They've had an awful season, but the way we've been playing recently, I think that's a bit of a 50-50 game. I think they might fancy their chances now. They might think it's a great time to play Arsenal.
Yeah, well, it is, but it's also it's probably an even better time to play Chelsea. So, I wouldn't be conceding that much to them if they haven't been able to get the ball over the line. So
we haven't had a game in the last 4 games.
Sorry.
4 games without a win we've had.
Yeah, but we haven't struggled.
Not much better lately.
Yeah, but we haven't struggled to score. So although we have made it very easy for teams to score against us, that's the one thing. I think it's like 11 goals in 4 games, which is atrocious in the conceding front. So yeah, we need to work on that and improve that. But yeah, like I was going to say, I'd like to see Mikel Arteta have a bit of imagination and change it up. Like I said before the game, I wanted to see something different. I wanted to see a few players moved around. Didn't necessarily want to see Rob Holding on the pitch, but to be honest, he was not great. But there was a lot of not great players today. I felt that there was very few positives. I thought Ramsdale kept us in the game for long periods. He was one of the positives. I felt Saka was marked out of the game by their. I can't remember the fella's name, but had an amazing game and marked Saka out of the game.
Martinelli, I think, got a touch.
Yeah. I felt, Gabriel Jesus kept trying and trying, but couldn't get anything. Same with Shevchenko. He was trying. Partey was battling away, but not winning. Odegaard went missing in times. Ben White was battling, but not necessarily winning again. It was a tough game for all the players. But want to see some bigger performances. I want to see us try and win some games to the end of the season. Try and stay as close to City as we can. Nip at their heels. Like I said, City's got Brighton coming up as one of their games in hand, and they've got some tough games with Real Madrid and whatever. And obviously, you never know. They could end up with an injury as well that can change things, just like we have with Saliba. So who knows? But I'd love to see us, keep going, keep trying, not drop our heads, and even if it is for second place, but a deserved second place. And the one thing I want to say as a positive after the game is I kept hearing the Arsenal fans cheering and cheering away, giving it as best we can because we're finally in and amongst it and fighting for titles like the Premier League. So yeah, that was the possibly one positive.
That's maybe another positive Mikel Arteta can take from this season as well. That I think he's brought that connection back to the fan base.
Yeah, it's been building over a period of time since he's been here, hasn't it? But yeah, no, everyone believes in him. Well, I certainly do, and I hope that he can bring us more trophies because he's already got one in his locker, and I'm sure he's got plenty. He's got his eyes on plenty more. So yeah, but I think that just about sums up the game, doesn't it, George? They were to a man better than us all over. Kevin De Bruyne and was world class.
He just went out there and did what he liked today.
Yeah.
Pep said, we're going to overload him in the midfield. You just do what you want.
Yeah, and Haaland obviously was Haaland. He was difficult to play against. He was
took the hairband off, and that was it, man.
Yeah, I felt that was like it was almost finding the game too easy. I thought it was a bit cheeky, that, to be honest. But maybe that was just me being angry watching the fact that we were 3-1 down at the time, and then he obviously scored the goal. I thought, you cheeky, But yeah,
icing on the cake for them, I suppose, isn't
it? Yeah. But got any more to say about it, Jude?
Not really, mate. Unfortunately, like I say, that's the league done, isn't it?
Yeah.
End of. Yeah. Forget it.
Well, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. This was the Arsenal Agenda. See you soon.